Welcome to our second episode of Interruption of the Han Dynasty by Wang Mang, Establishment of the Xin Dynasty. Let's begin our new episode. The halls of the newly formed Xin court gleamed with fresh banners, but beneath the polished tiles and ceremonial bronze vessels lingered an unease that no proclamation could silence. Wang Mang had won the mandate of heaven on paper, but the real mandate, the living will of the people, the bureaucracy and the armies had yet to bow. Across the empire, the first months of the new dynasty opened like a long, tense breath. In the capital, officials memorized the new imperial glossary. From now on, the word Han could only be spoken cautiously, as one might whisper the name of a ghost at the edge of a battlefield. Every ritual formula, every reported document, every tribute ledger had to be rewritten with the name Xin. And in the very center of the court, Wang Mang moved with the self-certainty of a man who believed history itself had waited for him. He launched reforms at a speed unmatched by any ruler before him, so fast that even his closest advisors struggled to keep up. Some called his energy unstoppable, others called it reckless. The most controversial changes came first. Land, he declared, was the common property of heaven and earth. No family, no matter how ancient or wealthy, had the right to hoard it. Large estates would be broken up. Private slave trading would end. The poor, long ignored under previous administrations, would receive state loans and government-protected farmland. On bamboo slips that traveled by courier to every commandery, these laws sounded noble, almost revolutionary. But reality was crueler. Local officials, the hands and feet of the empire, balked at the reforms. Many came from wealthy clans who stood to lose vast estates. Their loyalty to the Xin throne evaporated the moment these reforms touched the roots of their power. Rumors traveled faster than any courier, that Wang Mang was a usurper with dreams larger than heaven would tolerate, that his reforms defied the natural order, that the dead emperors of the Han would rise from their tombs in anger. In village tea shops, men leaned close to whisper that heaven had split in two on the night he declared himself emperor. Peasants spoke of red halos circling the moon. Scholars wrote secret poems comparing him to tyrants of old. Whether the omens were real or imagined did not matter. The feeling was real. Yet in the palace, none of this shadow reached Wang Mang. Inside his private library, he studied ancient bronze inscriptions, convinced that the answers to every crisis lay in the past. If the Zhao dynasty had managed a perfect system of ritual and governance, then surely he could revive it. What others saw as chaos, he saw as a puzzle. If he could only restore the ancient titles, the ancient rituals, the ancient land laws, harmony would return. His confidence bordered on obsession. Every proposal he sent to his ministers carried the elegance of a scholar and the sternness of a ruler certain of his divine mission. And his ministers, trained in the art of survival, bowed deeply, even as they silently prayed for someone, anyone, to slow him down. Beyond the capital, unrest simmered. In the northern steppes, the Xiongnu, the powerful confederation long kept at bay by Han diplomacy, tested the edges of the new regime. Their envoys wanted clarity. Did this new emperor intend peace or confrontation? Wang Mang, determined to showcase imperial strength, declared new territorial boundaries that ignored decades of negotiation. The Xiongnu responded with raids. Border garrisons reported villages burned, horses stolen, granaries emptied. In the south, bandit leaders exploited administrative confusion. They attacked tax convoys, seized weapons, even established small strongholds. When imperial envoys arrived demanding loyalty to the Xin, the bandits sent back mocking poems tied to arrows. Natural disasters added to the pressure. Rivers overflowed, locust swarms devoured crops. Famine crept like a slow, merciless tide across the fields. To many farmers, these were clear signs. Heaven did not approve of the new dynasty. And in the midst of this instability lay the fragile remnants of the Han imperial family. The young emperor, deposed but alive, was now little more than a symbol, locked inside the palace. The people had not forgotten him. Some believed he was a powerless child trapped in the jaws of a political monster. Others believed he represented the rightful mandate, stolen too soon and too violently. Underground networks of Han loyalists, old generals, scholars, and ambitious commoners schemed in private chambers lit by single oil lamps, swearing oaths to restore the fallen dynasty. Wang Mang, sensing betrayal in every shadow, increased surveillance. Messengers tasked with monitoring whispers became more numerous than tax collectors. Anyone dreaming of Han restoration risked execution. Still, rebellion spread. The most dramatic came from a young man who claimed something extraordinary. Not just that he opposed Wang Mang, but that he was the grandson of the mighty Emperor Wu of Han. His claim was false, a fabrication held up by rumor and hope. But for desperate people, hope was enough. Thousands gathered behind him, willing to die under the banner of the dynasty they believed heaven still favored. Wang Mang responded with fire. Armies were dispatched with orders to crush every spark of insurrection. On the outskirts of river valleys and mountain passes, small battles erupted, then spread into full campaigns. Loyalist villages were uprooted. Suspected sympathizers were arrested. The Xin court wrote these actions as pacifications, but everyone knew the truth. The empire was beginning to fracture. Meanwhile, the capital tried to maintain its image of ceremonial calm. In the Great Hall, Wang Mang continued performing ancient rituals with perfect precision. He prayed at altars decorated with jade and gold, offering sacrifices to heaven and earth as if the universe itself were examining him. He announced new currency, new official titles, new agricultural systems, new tax codes. Reform followed reform like waves crashing without pause. Even his most dedicated administrators struggled to implement the changes before new ones arrived. The people were exhausted. It was not that they rejected reform. Many had suffered under corrupt Han officials. It was the pace, the scale, the ambition. Their lives felt rewritten by decree after decree, as though the empire had become an experiment and they were unwilling participants. Then came the Great Flood of AD 11. The Yellow River, long unpredictable, burst through its dikes with catastrophic force. Entire provinces drowned. Villages vanished under walls of water. Survivors fled by the tens of thousands, wandering across the countryside in search of food and safety. Many were forced to sell their children or themselves to survive. Famine tightened its grip until hunger itself became a political force. From this chaos emerged the seeds of the greatest uprising Wang Mang would ever face. Bands of starving peasants gathered in the marshes, uniting under leaders who claimed to receive divine signs. They painted their brows with a distinctive hue, bright green, and called themselves the Lu Lin, the Green Forest Rebels. Their ranks grew faster than the Xin armies could contain them. Local officials, fearing the rebels more than the emperor, defected one by one. By AD 17, large regions of the empire no longer truly belonged to the Xin Dynasty, even if maps in the capital insisted otherwise. Wang Mang refused to see the crisis for what it was. He believed that if he could just force another set of ancient reforms into place, everything would realign. He commanded ministers to draft yet another revision of land laws. But while he debated the philosophical meaning of property rights, entire provinces slipped from his grasp. And still in the capital, he announced that heaven remained firmly on his side. So the empire waited, trembling. The armies gathered, and in the far distance, like a storm building behind mountains, a Han restoration movement larger and more determined prepared for its decisive moment. The Xin Dynasty, barely born, was already cracking. What happened next would determine whether the Han world would be restored or lost forever. Dear viewers, thank you all for watching our second episode. The third episode will be uploaded very soon. Please stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, and share to encourage us.